They're just a bunch of tall guys running around if you don't have a program.
Don't worry if you can't get to Orlando. The official 1992 All-Star program is here. Capture all the moments and relive the history with action-packed photos and great articles. To order, send $10 to Post Office Box 1750, Grand Central Station, New York, New York, 10163. Send for your official NBA All-Star program today.
Okay, it's still 5.5 months until the Summer Olympics begin in Barcelona. And for the first time, NBA players, of course, will compete. So far, 10 players have been selected to play, and all of them, with the exception of Larry Bird, are here today in Orlando. What lies ahead for this elite group and their coach, Chuck Daly? Well, here's an update. In the past, they'd come together only once a year, the marquee names of the NBA, gathered at the All-Star break. But this June, they'll assemble once again, 12 players strong, known simply as... For now, 10 of the 12 have been named. The final 2, at least one of whom will be a collegiate player, will be named in April. Shaquille O'Neal of LSU is one of the players under consideration, along with Duke's Christian Laettner.
Well, I think the committee has the prerogative to go either way, either one or two. My charge to them as the president was to encourage them to consider 2. I'm thinking about Coach Daly, and it's very difficult to play more than 8 or possibly even 9 guys. And so to have 11 NBA players giving up their time is going to be a very difficult thing for him. I think he's better off with 10 NBA guys than 2 college guys.
The champagne from the NBA Finals will hardly be wiped away before the Dream Team begins preparations for the Tournament of the Americas to be held in Portland, Oregon. 10 teams from North, South, and Central America will battle for 4 spots in the Olympics.
I think we're on the same page. It's attack. Make them play us. Yeah, we understand how good some of the other teams can be, but let's attack them and make them play us.
USA Basketball has 2 concerns, the health of both Magic Johnson and Boston's Larry Bird. At present, Johnson says he's ready to go. Bird is still on the mend from back problems. He'll return to action in the near future. An Olympic gold is still missing from each of their portfolios.
I know for a fact that both players desperately want to play. These 2 guys are winners, and neither one is going to want to be there if they don't think they can contribute to the highest level.
For those selected to play for USA Basketball, their respective NBA seasons continue, of course, but the anticipation for Barcelona is growing.
I think people can't really understand it until they feel like they're the one person representing a whole country. And every time people look at you, that's what they see of the United States. So it's a thrill.
I just can't wait till that opportunity presents itself. But first of all, you know, I realize that right now my main focus is on the season. But when that time comes, I know it's going to be probably the greatest moment in my life.
Whenever you put that USA uniform on, we're not talking about a silver or a bronze. We're talking about the gold. So it's added pressure, but it's a good added pressure that we look forward to.
It's going to be nice to go over there and show for us to finally send our pros that we should have been sending as long as those other countries been sending their pros. So it's going to be nice to go over there, and they're going to be the best against the best, and that's the way it should be. That's what the Olympics are about.
Okay, so at least 1 collegiate player, and there's a case to be made for 2 because there might not be enough playing time to go around our 40-minute game for 11 NBA players. But we know that there's at least a chance that another NBA player would be added, and lots of candidates are out here today.
Well, they really are. When you go down the list, you think about it. You know, Hornacek is a great shooter, can go 1 or 2. Isaiah Thomas can play it. You can look at Joe Dumars. I tell you what, Clyde Drexler probably has as good a chance as any. He's one of the guys that hadn't been picked. Versatility is really the focus of the composition of this team, so it depends on who falls out as well as who gets added to that list.
What about Rodman? Because he can rebound, he can defend, and he does not have to handle the ball.
Well, I think the question there is that you talk about versatility. Offensively, Dennis Rodman would have to be very active on the boards. We know he can offensively rebound, but you can't worry about running offense for people in this thing because you have enough offensive players that might be a bit of a problem. Again, I think the versatility is the key, and I'm not sure he has that.
Okay, so there's a brief look ahead at the Summer Olympics. Right now, the Winter Games are underway in Albertville, France. The most prestigious of the alpine skiing events took place earlier today, and Austria's Patrick Ortlieb took the gold, followed by home favorite Frank Picard, and the bronze went to Ortlieb's teammate Gunther Mader. The USA's top medal hope, A.J. Kitt, finished a disappointing ninth. We're at halftime of the NBA All-Star Game with the Western Conference Stars on top by the score of 79-55. We're back to Orlando right after these messages from your local station.
This has been the Prudential Halftime Report, brought to you by Prudential. Come to the companies of the Prudential and build your
special 1-hour sign.